Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharma sarupine avatar varishthayo Rama Krishnaya te namaha. Now today you have to put some question. Then
I have a question, Swami.
yes, please.
Might be a silly question. I was reading something about Anahat Vani. So I read that even in the temple, you sit quietly, there is no sound. You can hear humming sound. And I asked some of my friends, can you listen here too? They can also listen.
They can also hear.
I asked my wife also, can you listen? They can also listen. It's very easy, right? So
So-
is that actually Anahat Vani or is it some other? I did some Google search. YouTube Google search. And they say like some commentary from Tibetan Buddhism, like Tibetan Buddhism, they have this sound that Buddhism, medicine like this. Is this really an Dhwani or is something different?
I don't know. It is not so easy thing. Anahata means unstruck sound, no? So unstruck sound, that's the Om, that is the unstruck sound. Only highly realized people, souls, they can hear that. What we see, what we hear normally, it is something of the material. But it is not, though it is a sound, but it is the primordial sound from which all sound has arrived. And this is an expression of the infinite Brahman. Om is a word which is an expression of the infinite Brahman. So when we hear about Anahata Dhani, we go to the experience of Swami Shantananda Maharaj and others who used to listen that constant that sound, no? In deep silence. Yes, now you can see something. Just be silent. But that is not Anahata Dhani.
Silly question alert.
Not silly question. It's very important question because we sometimes think maybe this is the Anahata Dhani. Seeing some light, we think that this is the Jyoti Darshan. So that is to be understood. That's a deeper meaning of that, is a deeper experience is behind that. It's an extremely pure mind when it becomes almost so pure and that all the worldly thoughts, all the ideas all drop off. And that constant sound of Om, that means that presence of the Brahman, its expression, first expression is thought expresses into sound, is it not? What you are thinking, you express through your words. The sound is an expression of the idea behind. Our idea is not tuned to the consciousness of the divine, absolute. So what we hear, whatever we hear, it is sensate experience. And that is, though it appears it is coming, but it is not sensate. So I think that is to be only pure souls who are highly advanced, they can listen to that sound, Om. Many people see some Jyoti Darshan. I will, yes, you give me $5, I can give you a Jyoti Darshan. What? Just to press your eyes now, we see how much Jyoti you can see. Now you do that. You can see so much light, so much of this. Huh? But that is not Jyoti Darshan. Also, this we have to clearly remember that if some spiritual experiences of seeing the divine light or listening to the divine sound happens, life will be transformed. It's a life transforming experience. And that will percolate through your every movement, every thought, every action. that will percolate through. It is very likely to get confused with this terminology and the way we find expressed in different books and things. How that which is transcendent can be expressed through something material. No? That's my idea. I also do not know exactly. How can I say? We can feel some silence. That's a different thing. You go to the deep forest and just sit there. Huh? Everything is calm. We can feel something, calmness, some serenity. But silence also, not the real silence. Real silence is the divine. Real silence is Satchidananda. Prokhat, are you going to say anything?
I got a question. How do we go from conditional devotion to pure devotion?
Oh, conditional devotion to pure devotion. Very difficult. Eh? Yeah. We live in this conditional love, no? This devotion. First, spirituality starts with that. God, give me this, give me that, give me that. No? Because we have, that's a great development. People don't believe in God. They think that there is no God, no necessity of any God. I will get anything. That's the first step development. There is someone who can give me, who can satisfy me. I need not have to be a beggar door to door. We beg from door to door for little peace, little joy, little suffering. Now, when a little advancement comes, I can get it from Sri Ramakrishna. He can give everything. That's the development. And then our love depends on this, as you say, conditional love or devotion. And our devotion also increases. That devotion increases when our desires or expectations are fulfilled. That's why all the miracles and others, they have some place in the spiritual life for the beginners, because that intensifies our devotion. So Christ did that, so many miracles, no? And that apparently, that is ultimately, that is not too much necessary, but at the beginning, that gives us some faith. Oh, there is God. He can do some. So that conviction comes. And then next step will be, why am I asking? I belong to Him. Baby may ask, but even baby does not ask. Mom will give. So that type of it is a devotion is increasing into the sense of not like a beggar to ask him, grab him, as if and Ramakrishna said, for you people, it is enough to know who are you, who am I, and what is the relationship. Interior devotee, exterior devotee, no? Antaranga, Bahiranga. Those who are Bahiranga, they will say, give me this, give me that. Huh? Oh Lord, give me little experience. You are the inheritor of the entire experience of Ramakrishna has. So, but that is a long way to go. So we should start where we are. And if we intensify our sadhana and know that he is my own, that type of concept should be developed in us, that he is my own, he knows my past, present, future. Why am I to ask? Let me only feel that I belong to him. This belongingness, this idea that I am always protected by that divine power in whatever condition I am. No, this to grow this devotion or conviction in our mind day by day, by study, by nishkama karma, by whatever we do. So to purify the mind, and when the mind becomes purified, we know he does everything. And the devotion will increase as much as we grow in this direction. I have to nothing to do. He is doing everything. So surrender comes. And surrender comes when you know that he can do everything. So Swamiji said, no, দক্ষিণেশ্বরের গোরা রায় সব করিতে পারে. The Gora Rai, the Sri Chaitanya of the present day Dakshineshwar, can do everything. He can do everything. So that conviction will come by constant prayer and understanding. No, but it starts with conditional. You give me this. Some people get frustrated when this giving contract is not fulfilled by God. Say we ask something again and again and we feel something, I am deprived. Then some people say, what is the use of calling upon God? I call upon him so many times, but he does not give me. What type of God is this? No? That means it is true, it is a beginning stage, but when it will maturity will come, the same person will say, why am I asking for? That story of that brahmachari. He went for begging, and when he wanted to beg, and he has never seen a woman, and now he is going to begging, and the lady came and saw her breast and said, she thought, oh my God. So called the mother-in-law and asked, what is this in her breast? Well, you do not know. This girl will have a baby and he needs milk. God has provided for that. Then the Prophet says, wife, what a fool. I'm coming for begging. Before the birth of the child, if God has arranged such a thing where this child will survive and sustain, I am dedicated in his name and I am begging here. And he gave up his begging and just relied on God. Say, devotion increases one level to the other level. Ramakrishna said, nothing happens without the will of God. No? We listen to this word, we hear, but we have no conviction in that. We have doubt. No, I want so many times, but he does not give. But mature person will be said, say, Rabindranath Tagore, আমি বহু বাসনারে প্রাণপণে চাই, কৃপা করে তুমি বাঁচালে নাথ. Oh Lord, I am asking like a child in hundreds of desires. I want this, I want that, I want that, I want that. বঞ্চিত করে বাঁচালে না. You didn't deprive me, not giving whatever I wanted. What a disaster would have happened if we ask whatever and God gives all those things. It will be a disaster. But you, by depriving me, you have saved me, oh Lord. So that is the point. It goes from one level to understand this needs maturity, and the devotion grows day by day. If we read these things, we try to contemplate on that, and you see our own life. Look at our own life, how many things we wanted and how many things we got. And even if we got, how many times we are frustrated with that, our achievement. No? First we think it will be great if I get it. That why he's talking in the afternoon. Jaha chai, taha bhul kore chai. Jaha pai, taha chai na. Jaha chai, I want this, I want this, I want this. Okay, you got it. And then when you receive it, it is in your grip. Then you analyze, oh, I didn't want this. So that is the point. When experience goes on that, then reliance comes. Why do I make myself a fool? And I cannot blame anyone. If I rely on him, pure devotion, saranagati, then I can say, why did it happen, O Thakur? I didn't ask anything. You gave me. You can fight with him. But Ramakrishna will take his hands off. Will say, yeah, honestly, you are crying and weeping for that, and I gave you. So this is the point. Better to give unto him the power of attorney. But that is a matured state. Giving the power of attorney to God is not an ordinary thing. It needs much spiritual practice and conviction that God is there and He is protecting us, nurturing us. Anything in our life happening, if we really analyze, it is happening by some unseen hand. We may plan, we may design, and we may apparently think that I did this because of this is happening. In ultimate sense, it is everything Ramakrishna said. The leaf does not move without the will of God, Ramakrishna said. What the question of your hand moving? It is all His doing. Jantra Rudhani Maya. No? He is sitting in the heart and directing the every movement of my limbs and my mind and everything. And ultimately, that is the truth which Duryodhana said. No? Duryodhana says that I know. Janami dharmam. Nacha me pravitti. Janami adharmam. Nacha me nivritti. I know that that is bad. Very logically and with my own experience, I know it is not good. I should not do this. So janami dharmam, the righteousness, what is good, what is best. I have no inclination for that. That much we understand. I have no inclination. And what is bad, I have to refrain from that. No, that also I have not. But what is happening then? There it comes actually total surrender one can do. He will understand this. Toya rishikesha hridisthitena yatha nijuktosmi tatha karomi. It's a perfect expression of a jnani. Seated in my heart, you are guiding force. You are directing me. That's why it is happening. I am an instrument. Don't blame me. But yes, one can say that with 100% surrender, that is the greatest achievement of devotion. Tasmat tang sharanam gaccha sarva bhavena bharata. In the Bhagavad Gita, the last word is coming, conclusion of the Bhagavad Gita. Tasmat tvam sharanam gaccha. Therefore you take refuge in me, unconditionally. Sarva bhavena. In all the moods and all your actions, all your thoughts, all your work, all your movement, it is saranam gaccha, take refuge. So, to understand the cosmic will is behind every movement. There is all, we may make a relative argument or reasoning that this has happened because of this has happened. Why this has happened? Because of that. Why that because? Who is behind that because? So if we go on analyzing, then we'll see that yes, total surrender and the divine power is the guiding force behind us. What? There is no other way but to take refuge in that supreme power, supreme joy, supreme blessings. So I think this is the way our life's experience, analysis, and observation and understanding the play of the world, we can grow more devoted, we can become more devoted to God more and more and more. We should feel helplessness. Surrender, the idea comes when we feel helplessness. So long I can do everything, God says, okay, you do. And Ramakrishna said, the lady of the mistress of the house does not take the keys so long. The departmental who was entrusted with certain duty does not finish his own or her own responsibilities or does not feel tired, no? So when he says, I cannot do anything, so God's help comes, no?
So that all our life experiences are they meant for us to learn two lessons, maybe detachment and surrender.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Yeah, you can say very, very rightly. We want to hold on, cling on to things. See, look at that from our childhood till today. We are always clinging on to something or somebody or something, some objective of something, some objective world, a person, a quality, a house, a building, some friendship. We are always trying to hold on. But you look at that, most of the time it goes to the fingers. I am to hold it, but it runs away. Therefore, detachment is a science. Detachment is really a great philosophy of Vedanta or our spiritual life. That detachment is the key point of spiritual life. Detachment does not mean heartlessness. Detachment means intense love at the same time freedom. When I attach to anything, I am bound there. It is my bondage. People may be attached to that story. People may be attached to their little one piece of cloth. That story is going on in the Janaka's court, and the conversation was going on, no? Brahman, Atman, etc. And the fire started. And then somebody came and informed Janaka, the palace is in fire. Then he has the courage to say, Mithilayang pradagdhayang name dajshati kinchana. Let the Mithila town go into fire. What is that to me? I am Atman. And there is this funny story there. The sadhus who were listening, they had their only one sambal, one asset, two pairs of cloths, kopinam. They were hanging and maybe one piece of cloth just to dry up. They started running to grab those things. It's just a story. It's there to understand how our attachment, maybe minor thing. It is not that it's costly, but this little thing may be a point of attachment. So attachment is the cause of bondage. Attachment is the cause of all suffering. But that does not mean this is attachment. Don't we have to equate attachment with love? Genuine love is something higher than attachment. Genuine love gives everyone freedom. In contradistinction to this idea, I love you on whose condition? My condition. You see, everywhere it is happening, no? My condition, I love you. But your condition, I love you, that is Divine Mother. The mother, even her earthly mother, they love the baby and love baby's condition. Baby is soiled. But it is mother's responsibility. Holy Mother said, it is whose responsibility, my child? Her condition of the baby's condition is the condition of mother love, not the her own condition. This is my resting time. Okay. No, the baby is crying. No resting time. On the condition of the baby, love goes there. So always, but it is to be understood that attachment and love is a big topic to contemplate upon because we get confused all the time. We think and is it detachment means you be cruel. You should have to run and kill everyone because detach. It is not that. Intense love, at the same time, freedom. I don't bind you in any way. Ramakrishna's love it is freedom. There's no, you don't feel that you are caught into trap under condition. But love is a tie which keeps united. Swami Vivekananda loving Sri Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna loving Vivekananda. See how free, at the same time, how deep. People think that Ramakrishna, that question, that love, you love Naren because Naren looks nice, no? He's a bright boy. Eyes are big. This is the hair is curly. Such a nice, attractive person, like a boy. You love a young boy. Who does not love? Who loves the old guys? But no, that is not. But he said it is the day I will not see God in you, Narayana in you, I will not be able to look at you. See, that's why the attraction is same. External attachment appears to be the same, but the internal spirit is totally different. So that means simple thing. If we can love anyone, thinking of loving God, then that becomes detached love, and that detachment is the key point of life, at least in spiritual life. And wherever we miss this point, we are utterly lost. We have to practice it. The whole Gita, Ramakrishna said, that is the Gita. Tyago, no? And we are reading today Tyago in the 18th chapter, verses Tyago. Everyone can be Tyagi. Not necessarily everyone need to be a sannyasi. Sannyasi is, Tyago is internal attitude. Doing everything, detach. All responsibilities done, detach. Do and hands off. But we cannot. I write a 10-line article. I write my name there. A copyright. I know one of our nun. So this is a joyful story to hear. She has composed some few songs, and that song is Dhungan. No, that makes everyone join together, and some of the uh, devotees they learn that song. And being so, one of the brightest lady who is very famous outside, she adapted that song and sang outside. And because she sang outside, and that nun, being nun, I'm talking about, I'm not to criticize, but I'm saying to understand how it works, how our subtle mind does not understand these tricky areas. So, because and I thought I was excited. I was encouraging her, go, because he has a wider audience, and then Rama Krishna, all this coming, the words are coming, and jointly singing it creates a vibration. So I encouraged the other lady who is singing outside, good singer, an American girl. Anyway, and she got mad. It is my song. Why? Who has given you authority to sing outside? And it became a big issue. See, even it is Lord's name, even it is some very simple thing to be joyful, because it is going to the greater audience. No, it's a what do you call Philharmonic? That Philips, what is the name? Huh?
Class.
Phillips Glass, famous. Yeah, he did that on Ramakrishna. How many are thousands of people are getting the name of Ramakrishna, and what a great joy for us. But but it is mine. My copyright should be there. You have used it, so you will have to stop. And she was so upset. She gave up all these things and stopped coming to us. So anyhow, afterwards, now it is reconciled again. But my point is that see how our mind does things, that attachment. It is my copyright. It is me. But look at that great people like, Swami Tadananda Swami. Tadatma, no? Tad, Tadatmananda Swami in our Trabuco Center, no? So he is the greatest artist. All the pictures you get, Thakur, Ma, Swamiji, and online you can find so many. Unique artist. But nowhere his signature you will find. You have to know that this style, you can understand it is his, but he has not signed a name anywhere. But what? This is the detached outlook. So it is what I gave the example. Example is for just to understand how attachment very silently works in different in disguise. But detachment is a power. Detachment gives freedom. That's why it is a power. And detachment is love, intense love for God. I did it for God and no other intention. So I can detach from people's praise and blame. At least we can save ourselves from this. People's praise and blame takes our whole energy. Someone said something, I hear that he praised me. We forward that letter. See, my name is there. Who 7 billion people, who cares for one person saying, ha ha ha, you did a good job? Or 10 people say you did a bad job. No? But our attachment being there, it is creating suffering or excitement in our heart. So how to get out of is practice of detachment. And that detachment will give freedom. Freedom and fear will go away. We are frightened to lose ourselves. What to lose? If we really analyze, what to lose? The body is every day it is losing. If my span of life is say another 1 year, it is every second going, it is losing. Anyone, none of us can stop. No scientific uh, uh, called discoveries yet have come out to stop this growth and death, growth towards death. We say, I am becoming another years, I am now becoming another year. As if it's an achievement. But it is a not achievement, it is my lifespan is gone, 1 year gone. So we are fearful about death. But death, মৃত্যু সে ধরে মৃত্যুর রূপ দুঃখ হয় সে দুঃখের কূপ তোমা হতে যাবে হইয়ে বিমুখ আপনার পানে চাই তোমার ওই অসীমে প্রাণ মনোলয়ে যত দূরে আমি ধাই as much as I move towards infinitude. There is no death, there is no disease, there is no bereavement, there is no loss. When I make myself off from you, Toma hote jabe hoiye bim, I turn my face towards this. And there is disease, there is death, there is loss, there is every day, inch by inch, I suffer and cry and weep. I am fearful to lose. What to lose? I lose that infinite touch with the infinite, God. That's the idea.
So Maharaj, this attachment looks like ego.
Of course, ego is there, that's why attached. And but ego, if it is connected with the bigger ego, the small ego. Thakur said, Kacha ami, unripened ego. This is unripened ego. All the activity in which we are dwelling in our life every day, it is this unripe ego. And ripened ego, spirituality is ripened, going towards ripened ego. Daso aham. One way to reduce my ego, kachami. So aham. I am that. That's also leading to the egolessness. And the journey between this is called spiritual life. Either you go daso aham or you go so aham. I give the example of suppose we go to take a dip in the ocean to take a to 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 uh, drench ourselves. So when you stand on the beach, you see waves after waves are coming. Two ways are there. Just to put your head down, the wave runs over you. Ego, daso aham, I surrender. Oh Lord, you are everything. Whatever comes, I surrender. And another, jump over. So aham, jump over the wave. The surfers, they play, dance on the surface of the waves, no? So it is the ego, but it's going to the bigger ego, infinite ego, and that is God. And when my small ego, kachami, impure ego, is just pulled down to the zero, then it's God only, nothing but God. And you see, this when you pull your head down, the wave goes over. You are not affected by that. So in life's problems also, either to take dasoham or soham. Say, I am yours, I am yours. Please help me, please help me. I am nothing, I am nothing. Oh Lord, you are everything. No? Or Vedanta students now, everyone knows I am Atman, I am Brahman, I am beyond time, beyond space, I am the witness consciousness. All these are coming and going in the mind. I am now. Take whatever stand you take, unchanging stand of infinity. So either this way we can also in this way we can detach also from everything. Okay.
There's time for more questions. We'll get started.
Yeah. Yeah. Another.
Good. Can you speak to how we can dive deep in meditation and spiritual practices?
Dive deep in meditation. First of all, as we read in the Eternal Companion or in the say, Go Forward, etc., towards the Goal Supreme, going diving deep is not so easy because our mind is happy with things outside. So first to feel this mind that this is a higher thing and there is great joy in that. First to intellectually make me convinced, but I'm trying, I'm failing, I'm trying, I'm failing. But by that process, by God's grace, a little touch of joy comes. Then that joy itself will be a ground to help me to dive a little deeper and dive a little deeper. But it takes long, long practice, long, long, long practice. That's why Thakur sang that song.
When I'm saying I am Dashami, Das to Thakur, that's surrender.
Yeah. That's why Thakur that sang that song. Dubu 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 dub sagore amar mon তলাতল পাতাল খুঁজলে পাবি রে প্রেম রত্ন ধন ডুবু ডুবু ডুব to tell our mind every day, mind, don't float on the surface. You will not get the jewels, what is there. Dive deep little bit. We have to sing this song every day. Singing for sitting for meditation, we can sing this song. Dubu 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 dub sagore amar mon তলাতল পাতাল খুঁজলে পাবি রে প্রেম রত্নধন. So that is the song. We have to teach our mind. You are getting little joy, a little joy on the surface, followed by so much suffering. Why not dive deep a little bit? There is plenty. খুঁজ 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 খুঁজলে পাবি হৃদয় মাঝে বৃন্দাবন. You want to go to Vrindavan? So much hassle. You have to get a air ticket, COVID test, this, that, TSA check, all this. Then you reach there, rent a car, the driver is not favorable, he's rough driving, and having some shaking your body. All this trouble you go to Vrindavan to see what? See the dirty, this, all the environment is not very spiritually uplifting. You thought me mentally. That's why try to see Vrindavan here. It's so clean, so enjoyable. They can see that Krishna's dance is going on all the time. So dive deep. So this is the type of thing which we have to train our mind. Mind thinks that what you are talking about, greater joy, higher joy, I can get good, at least instant joy with ice cream. So I shall go for that first. Eh? Ice cream is available now, and at least if I put in my tongue, I can get that joy immediately. And you are talking about some joy, which is this, or where is that? We do not get it, taste of it. So that's why our mind is inclined this way. But that inclination should go inside, no?
But Maharaj, that is temporary joy of the ice cream.
But we do that, but we don't tell my mind. That's why a student of devotional path or Jnana path will every day eat the ice cream and say, "My mind, you wanted it, okay, test it. Now what?" We never converse with the mind. We may philosophically think this way, but into our day-to-day action, we never teach our mind, you are craving for this, but see, and what is the consequence of also. After this, you see this, your cholesterol, this, that, all problem. So that's why we become health conscious. Now you see many people being aware of that. From the health ground, they are thinking. But for the spiritual health, that is to be thought about. It is not only physical health, but it has a spiritual health. Not only ice cream I am talking about, all the five senses, whatever we are absorbing, everything is indriyo vishayo sanjogat. Indriyo, eyes with the eye object of the eyes, ear with the object sound, nose with the subject of fragrance, tongue with the subject of some eatable, no? Skin for heat and cold, pleasure and pain, etc. So these five senses, they give joy, undoubtedly. If we analyze, it is the joy of Brahman, Vishaya Ananda, Brahmananda, that's the analysis. But it is coming through the senses because it is coming diffused, diffused, diffused. That's why it is not the same joy, but being percolated through different layers of my identity. It is coming so little in outside, and its net effect is frustration afterwards, no? Because it does not give me satisfaction. And rather consequences are little reactionary. So so to analyze this way, then mind will learn intellectually, and also then prayer I do. That's why our path is the best path. Vedanta path is there, as Ramakrishna Vivekananda gave us. Jnana Karma Yoga Bhakti, these are the best path. Sharpen the intellect, increase in devotion, do karma, detached way, thinking I'm serving for God, and meditate. Meditate to detach, withdrawing the mind from other, try to concentrate. So these are the four ways we can develop our spiritual life much faster than any other singular path. By one, maybe by one, some may be basically very happy with that intellectual level. He is more, it becomes more convenient for his upbringing. But mainly, four aptitudes should be adopted so that 24 hours becomes spiritual. When working, it can be spiritual. When I'm sitting for prayer, that can be spiritual. When I'm meditating, that can be spiritual. All pointed out to one goal. So that's why this four yoga samanvaya is the best idea.
how to get rid of unnecessary thoughts when I am sitting in front of Thakur Ma.
Not sitting of Thakur Ma all the time. We have to train ourselves. What benefit is this giving me? That's why we are reading Kartabya Nitime Partha. Do things, take action, what comes before you just now. The work has appeared just now. I say they are going and that bringing out this essential thing, go and do. And after doing best possible way, hands off. So not to think about what will happen, did I put the thing rightly, or it is really it was I mistaken it, or unnecessarily confusing the mind is not necessary. Our come all these thoughts come because we think too much. So we can say that I did my duty the best possible way. Let me think of God now. Before, again, after. Okay. Okay, so now 9 o'clock. So Swami is saying that we should go for meal. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Hi, Hari Hi Om Tat Sat, Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Hmm.